the police would have said, we're not filing a report, we're going to let this go?
That's basically what they told me.
But do you believe they would have done that if your mother had done that to somebody else's child in a school system or a nursery?
No.
So that's why I'm telling you, don't let it go anymore. They have to take your report. If they don't, get their name and badge number. You have to stand up for yourself. Ask for their supervisor. If they say no, get their name and their badge number. Ask for the sergeant. You keep going up, and then you go outside of the police department because you want everybody to know that this is what they do to children that are being beat up by their parents. They tell them, go back home. You weren't beat up at all. That's normal. That's what you get. Deal with it. Stop whining and go home. This is perfectly legal, and it's not. What if she would have hit you in your ribs and cracked your ribs or damaged, went on a little bit further back and down and hit your kidney?
That's
hit you in your breast. She could have caused you a lot of problems and internal bleeding.
But a big scar, was turned to a scar now, but I had a big open slash on my my upper right breast.
Yeah, but I told you to start filming that shit.
I got it. I got pictures of it.
You keep everything. Has she beat you since then and since me and her had it out?
No, she ain't beat me. She ain't argue with me. I guess that kind of opened her eyes to what I did. But I'm like, once again, I know it may happen again.
We're ready. I hope your mother does it again. And you let me know. And you better not back down. You better call the police. You better photograph yourself.
Twitter.
You put it everywhere. Put it on YouTube. Put it so we can get it.
I was actually on the chat thing for called in, and they're very supportive. They're very supportive. I'm like, I've really never had support like that, so it's been like, it was kind of like an eye opener. Because it's like, these people don't even know me, but they're here to support me, so I really appreciate that from your fan base. I really do.
Yep, I have a really good fan base. So, girl, I hadn't talked to you, like, after that, and I was wondering, were you okay? That's why I called the number back, but the number that I called back, was that your personal phone or was it the home phone?
That was the one where you got into it with my mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my home phone.
Okay, because I was wondering, I didn't know, were you sitting right there the first time I called, or you didn't even know I had called, you know, who she was talking to until she
I was upstairs cleaning.
So you didn't know. When did you find out that I was calling trying to see were you all right?
She called me down there. She said, who is this Alexyss K. Tylor calling? I said, oh, that's the lady I talked to off the internet. What? She keep calling here. She done called her about, 10, 11 times. That's a...
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what happened? What she said, I called 10 or 11 times, and that's a what?
That's a lunatic.
She said, I'm a lunatic?
And
then what happened?
I said, then you called back. I think you called back. She was like, I'm about to let her have it. So she picked up the phone. That's when I heard her saying, yeah, you're a prostitute. But you're a prostitute and all that. She told me, get on this phone and tell her to not call her no more and that she's psycho.
But did you notice, though, when your mother was calling me a prostitute and a whore and a bitch and all that, didn't I keep calling back? I kept on calling back. I said, you're going to let me talk to your daughter, bitch. You're going to let me talk to your daughter. And I'm going to find out who she is.
Phone yelling and hollering and doing all that, that's a lunatic. I don't want you ever talk to that lady no more. I said, okay. I was sitting there listening to her. I said, but you're not going to run me. If I feel like talking to this lady again, I'm going to talk to this lady again.
Yeah, but I hadn't hurt you. I told you the things that I told you to do got her off you. I saw what a coward that she was because she was trying to intimidate me. Did you hear her when I called maybe like the 12th or 13th time? Your mother actually said that she was a police officer. Did you hear that shit?
She lying.
No. I knew your mother was lying. She said, this is the Ohio Police Department. This is Officer such and such. That you've been harassing these people, so the calls from that number have been transferred to the police department. And I said, oh, so this is a police officer I'm speaking to? She said, yeah. I said, what's your name? what's your badge number? I said, oh, that is so good. I'm so glad you're a police. I said, because I want to tell you that I'm concerned about a child that lives at this address. She's been getting abused by her mother, and I want to fax over the days and times where she actually gave me a statement that her mother's abused her. I haven't talked to her in a while. I want to make sure that somebody can check she's okay. I heard her voice. I heard her breathing. I heard everything changed, and I said, okay. She said, I can't talk. I can't get into that. I said, what's your badge number? I can't give you that. Why? I said, let me speak to your sergeant. Why? I said, what's the address to the police station? Why? I said, you fucking bitch, you lying-ass bitch. You ain't no goddamn police. I said, put her on the phone. And she was like, stop calling here. You stop calling here, you bitch. Click. So I'm like, oh, redial. So I keep redialing, and I know she's thinking, I'm like, yeah, you think you're an idiot, bitch? You just met a bigger fucking idiot than you. You did it to that fucking little girl. You think you're going to motherfucking intimidate me and hang up on me? You got the wrong motherfucking bitch. Put her on the phone. Because she kept hanging up, redial. So next thing I know, you get on the phone. And I was like, the first thing I said, I just want to know, are you okay? And I'll stop calling. And you said, yes, I'm okay, but I'm going to have to ask you not to call my house. I knew it was her. I knew that she told you to say that shit. I know she was standing right there because I had frustrated her ass.
See, at the same time, you know, like, I really didn't want to say that, but you got to play the game. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. So in front of her, yes. I said, okay, I'm going to say that, but I wasn't going to say you was no psycho. I'm like, because you're not a psycho.
I was going to be one with her.
Yeah, with her. With her. But I know that you're not a psycho. I said, look what this lady done for me. You know, no. So I made sure that, you know, you got to play the game in front of her.
No, I understand. I grew up the same way, so I knew that your mother was intimidating you because I had frustrated her so bad. Everything she tried to do to me, she called me, like you said, you heard her call me a prostitute. She called me a slut. She called me a bitch. Told me don't call anymore. I have a mental problem. Out of all the shit she was saying to me, that shit, I was like, bam. Every time she slapped, I throw her hand back. Every time she tried to punch me in the face, I block her ass. You're right, I'm a prostitute, bitch, but you're a bigger one than me. You're a fucking whore, what you did to your goddamn daughter. You know, and I want to hear her voice. You can hang up as long as you fucking want to, but you're not going to intimidate me. I've been called a prostitute, a bitch, a psycho, a fucking bipolar slut, half-breed, high yellow. Well, all that stuff, it doesn't mean anything to me, but I called to speak to your fucking daughter. And I'm going to talk to your daughter. I don't care how many times I have to call or who I have to go through. I'm going to make sure that you didn't do anything to her, because if you did, you're going to have a big problem. Put her on the phone. And I got what I wanted.
Yeah, if she had the phone, you need to tell that lady to not call her no more and tell her that I didn't know that you was a psycho.
Tell her thank you. Thank you, because now you're not being punched and beat up, and I got to talk to you, and now somebody knows. I want to let her know that somebody else knows. Because when I first called, she says, hello. I said, may I speak to, you know, such. She goes, who is this? I said, my name is Alexyss K. Tylor. How old are you? I said, I'm 41. I'm a friend of hers. You're a friend of hers? Don't you realize she's 16 years old? That's illegal. I said, no, ma'am, it's not illegal for me to be her friend. I'm not trying to get no pussy from her. I ain't trying to fuck her. Now, that would be illegal. I said, I'm trying to talk to her and see how she's doing. I don't want you calling her. So I don't know if she knew me already or if she heard you mention my name, but she knew you watched my videos. But instantly when she heard my voice, it was immediate intimidation. She put the wall up and said, I don't want you calling here, and I don't want you talking to her. Don't ever call her again. I said, no, I want to just know that she's all right. I just want to hear her voice. So I figured you weren't around there because she was trying to get rid of me. She didn't want you to know that I called. She's like, don't ever, who are you? What's your name? How old are you? Okay. You can't talk to her. You can't ever talk to her. So that let me know then that you weren't lying about her because she was too suspicious, and I saw how uneasy she was when I told her who I was, and she was like, no, I said, I just want to hear her. That's all. I don't have to talk to her long. I just want to hear her. I want to know she's alive, she's okay. I want her to tell me she's okay. No, you can't even say hello to her. Then I realized then, because she reminds me of my mother.